There are some things you should not wait till college to do, and I don't know why no one talks about it. In high school, you have 4 years and a lot of time, to figure out some things. So why wait until college?
Oh, we knew life would be alright, but who could have known it'd be this good? Oh, Lord.
In this video, we're going to be talking about the top things I would do in high school to prepare me for college, my career, and more, okay? Let's get into it. Number 1, research day in the lives of the career or career path that you're thinking of going into. This honestly doesn't even have to be the career path that you're thinking of going into, but research day in the lives for any career that you're curious about, any career that you're thinking of, interested in. Research, not just day in the lives, salary, where they usually have you guys work. Like, a lot of tech jobs are in California. I didn't know that. Things like that. Because in college, they say that you have until sophomore year to pick your major and things like that. You do and you don't, to be honest. And also, even if you do, why would you wait until sophomore year if you already know what you want to do? There's a lot of benefits that come with going into college already knowing what you want to do. Now, I'm not saying you have to stay in your way, but a lot of people think they know what they want to do, and then when they get to college, then they start exploring and experimenting and learning what the actual job entails, and then they decide to switch. That's why most switches happen. But if I was in high school and if I were you, I would look into those job careers, realistic day in the lives right now, so I can decide and see for myself whether this is something I actually want to do or I just heard about and I thought it would be cool, and now I'm going to base my entire major on it and change my major, like mid sophomore year, because a lot of people do that, and it's very normal, it's very okay, but you don't have to if you've done enough research. And for some reason they just don't encourage the research enough. Like, the research is supposed to just be done in college, or you're just supposed to know what a job looks like. And if you say I want to do this at 17, people are supposed to believe you and not ask you why. You should know the why to why you're choosing a major, and to get the why, you have to do a lot of research and kind of dive into the world. So in your free time, if you have any extra moments to spare or whatever, look into different career paths. Do not wait until college. Do not wait until you have to pick a major or something. I want you guys to be ready when someone says, oh, what major are you doing? You're gonna say, I want to be this because I remember when I looked into this and this. I like this lifestyle. I like this routine and things like that. You'll have everything. You'll know what to do because Just a Black Girl helped you and told you so. Next, we're going to talk about finding your story, or starting to ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? Okay? If someone said that you had to be famous tomorrow, what would you want to be famous for? Because obviously you want to make money, you want to be successful and be comfortable in life, but what do you actually want to be known for? And when you figure this out, this actually shapes a lot of the decisions and paths that you take in life. A lot of people don't think about this earlier enough. And actually, this advice is what helped me shape my college application, because I remember I was a freshman and I was talking to a senior at the time, and I was just like, what is your biggest advice for college applications? What would you advise somebody if you were starting all over again, if you were a freshman? And they were like, figure out what you want to be known for. What do you want your college application to represent? How do you want yourself to be represented? You as a candidate, how do you want to be represented? And that really helped me. At first I was like, oh, okay. But slowly, that really started to make sense, because I realized, okay, when I'm applying to college in general, not just college, when I'm applying to places and I want people to see me as a candidate, what do I want them to see me as? And I knew that I wanted them to see me as a creative person. I didn't just want my numbers or my test scores to be the biggest part about me. So what did I do? Because I wanted to be seen as a creative person, I created, guys. So I made sure to create, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be seen as a creative person. And I realized that. I was like, oh, if I want to be seen as a really smart person, I have to make sure I'm studying and getting those test scores really, really well. If I wanted to be seen as an activist, someone who goes out and does really great things in the world and makes a big impact on the world, I have to go out, volunteer, speak at events and do stuff so that I can be represented that way. It's the same thing with life in general, not just college. When you ask yourself, what do you want to be seen as? Then everything else will follow, and it'll be a lot easier to, one, write your college application, and two, just make sure that you feel like you're going down the right path in life. So if you answer the question, what do you want to be famous for? If you had to be famous tomorrow, maybe it's something I want to be a good basketball player, or I want to be a musician, an artist or something. Start creating those pieces, start training in the gym, you know, start shooting 100 hoops a day. I don't know. Ask yourself that question and make sure you're doing little things here and there to structure that identity that you want to build. Yes? Okay. Next, we're going to talk about saving your coins, saving money, okay? Stop blowing every check that you get. That little check that you get, you're blowing it. Why? As if you're going to be making money like back to back to back to back. You're probably working a small internship or program and it ends after 10 weeks. You're not going to have any more money coming in after 10 weeks. So stop blowing that check. Stop. Walk away from the mall, okay? You don't need to go there all the time. It's fun to spend money in high school, but it's even funner to spend money in college because you get to actually buy whatever you want and like spend money on wherever you want. Also, you're just gonna need more money in college. Like literally, if I want to get groceries right now, guys, I have to take like a $15 Uber just to get to Walmart. I'm gonna need that money. Like I need money. You're gonna need money. So walk away from those vending machines. Those vending machines will be fine. You don't need it every day. And just in general, it's not about like stopping spending, but also just like getting in the habit of saving, guys. You are going to need money. You're literally going to need money. Apply to scholarships, do all you can do, and save money, okay? Just because it's Christmas, you know, doesn't mean you have to buy. You have to treat yourself to $500 shoes. You'll be fine without those $500 shoes, and you'll be a lot happier if you were spending that $500 on like a literal Uber back to the airport because you need to get home. You see how in college you need money to spend on like real things, but in high school you just can spend them on like little things here and there if you'd like, okay? So just know that in the future in college and for the rest of your life, there's going to be things that you literally need money for, and this is why people get a credit card so that they can get money and use money when they like need it. But if you are someone who listened to this video and saved and saved and saved, you won't have to like rack up credit card bills and things like that because you will have a rainy day fund. A rainy day fund is when you save like for 2 to 3 months worth of like emergencies, okay? So make sure you're starting to save because you will need money, okay? Cool. Next, we're going to talk about your resume. If you already have a resume, go ahead, comment down below, I have a resume, and put like the clap emoji because you did that, okay? I'm proud of you. But if you don't have a resume, it's definitely something you want to start developing, start drafting, and making sure that it is good. Honestly, resumes take a long time to make, and the word choice that you use, the way that you design it and everything, make sure you put effort into it. That's your resume. That's what you're going to show even to colleges, to jobs and things like that. That's literally you as a candidate. So take your time, develop your resume, at least have something. And this will also help you because when applying to colleges, you have to list all your activities, the activity section, and it's really, really hard if you haven't started. But if you have a resume, 90% of your activities should be probably on that resume already. So you can just use that resume as a good starting point, and like the rest of the activities will come a lot easier, okay? So all of these are tips that are going to help you later in the process, literally in probably 2 or 3 or 1 year. Hey juniors. So yeah, I know it sounds like annoying, I know it sounds early, but draft your resume, make a really good resume, and if you already have one, pat yourself on the back. That is very, very important to establish as early as possible. And it'll also show you what you're missing on your resume. If you can't even fill up a full page for your resume, then you know you got work to do. When you look at your resume, if you don't feel like it represents who you wanted to be famous for, like what you wanted to be famous for, then you know you got work to do, you know? So resumes really show you like, okay, what have I actually done? What do I look like on paper? And that will really help you dictate what you do in real life. Next, we're going to talk about practicing your social skills. Do you know the average amount of students on a college campus? It's in the thousands of people that you'll see every single day, that you'll meet every single day. You need to learn how to talk, okay? You need to learn how to talk, and you need to learn how to not shut down in conversation all the time, okay? Because it's very tempting to just hide in your room and ignore everybody possible in college, but that's the whole point of college, to talk to people. So I would advise practicing your social skills in high school as much as you can before you get into the real world where you're literally meeting people every single day. Okay, you go to your college's grocery store and there's somebody there who knows you. Oh my gosh, my roommate is friends with you. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what to say? If you don't know what to say, you're just gonna be standing here like this, and that's not cute. So make sure that you know what your strengths and weaknesses are socially and develop them. Communication, socializing, it's an important skill. It's a priceless skill, okay? So if you feel like right now you're not prepared to be in really social spaces, blah, 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 you're going to a college where you're not going to really know people. You're going to have to make friends. You're going to have to talk. So definitely work on that. Be yourself, but just work on like developing your social battery. I feel like socializing and your social battery is a muscle, you know? Like some batteries run out in 14 hours, some batteries run out in 4. So just work on like extending your social battery and you know what that looks like for you. Cool. Next, we're going to talk about filtering your friends. And what do I mean by this? Don't just have friends who all do the same things, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like in college, you'll meet so many different people, but if you're only looking for a specific type of friend all the time, you're going to miss out on a lot of like great opportunities, great connections, great exposure to different experiences. So I feel like in high school, make sure to make friends of different categories with different hobbies and things like that. Don't just tighten your friend group up to the same group of people. Don't just be like closed-minded to other people. And if you have a bunch of friends, make sure you know who's aligned with what you actually want to do in life and who is not. This is just important way to like think about socializing, think about friendship, because friendship should be an alignment of people, okay? A lot of the people you meet them just because you go to the same school and y'all locked in since day one. Take a friend inventory and make sure that you're making friends that actually align with who you want to become, because after some time, you know, you're just friends with these people because you hang out with them a lot, but you will turn into those people. You will turn into those people. So I feel like the point with this is making different friends. Do not limit yourself to one certain type of friend group, one certain type of person. Make different friends, talk to new people, like learn about different experiences. And then 2, take a friend inventory and see like, what does my social circle look like right now? Like, do the people I spend the most time with, like, are we aligned, if that makes sense? You don't have to do this in high school, but don't be afraid to branch out if you want to meet new people or strengthen the friendships. If you feel like, okay, I really enjoy my time with this person, let me work to like spend more time with them and like get to know them better. Both of those things are very important skills and like definitely worth it. Okay, that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and get you a free template if you are in high school. I have a college and career readiness template. If you are in college already, then I have a academic weapon template. I'll make sure to download you one. They're completely free. If you made it to the end of this video, put this emoji in the comment section, and I really appreciate you being here all the way to the end.